Hello everyone, welcome to Lila Bradley's kitchen. I'm getting ready to put a few leftovers and some fresh food together, so I thought I would just make a little video out of it just for the heck of it because it's going to be tasty and good. I've got some mushrooms that I sauteed in butter and put in the freezer. I found out from the people that grow them that that's a good way to keep up with them and not let them go bad. And I also have some walnut and mushroom meat already mixed. And I took it out of the freezer. So I'm going to put some fresh vegetables with that. And I have some Gabonzo spaghetti noodles. And hey, let's see what happens. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back and ready to get started. I've washed all my vegetables that I'm going to be using already. Going to put some water in my steamer so I can get that going. I love using this steamer. It's just awesome. This is my second one since I've been using a steamer. Alrighty, I'm going to get my zucchini cut up here. Oh, well, my yellow squash first. And get that going. I'm just putting something together really simple today. Some of it will be fresh and some is going to be leftovers from the freezer. But it's all good. Alright, I am going to turn this off because I forgot to get the broccoli out of the freezer. Alrighty, I am back. I decided I'd put the broccoli on the bottom because that gets hotter than the top rack. And it'll take more to cook those frozen broccoli than it will the squash because it cooks pretty fast. Alrighty, now I'm going to cut up some peppers. Got my little leftovers here. Got my skillet on already, getting ready on a very low heat right now so I can saute these veggies. Got a jalapeno pepper here. Of course, I take out the seeds. I like hot, but not that hot. I like a medium hot, not a hot hot. Put it like that. And I'll get some onion here. Cooking is time consuming, but if you're like me and you like good tasty food, you're probably going to have to cook it yourself because it's hard to find, especially where I live. I'd rather have my own cooking anyway than these other people's cooking, because I know how I want mine. Put some of this purple onion in here. I forgot I had another zucchini to cut up too. Put a good tablespoon of oil, grapeseed oil in there. And I'm going to cut this up right quick while that's getting ready. I've had these for a few days. They need to get used up. Okay, I'll put that in the steamer. Alrighty. Take this over here and dump it in the skillet. All right. Now I'm going to do some tomatoes. Like I've said before, these Roma tomatoes are the only ones that don't make me itch. They're supposed to be the best ones to use anyway. That, These and the cherry tomatoes. That's Dr. Sabi's recommendation. So this is going to be Gabonzo bean spaghetti with sauteed onions, peppers, and tomatoes, and broccoli, and squash. One moment, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. We have had some really cold weather here. Yesterday, I believe it was below 12. That's cold. My dogs didn't want to go out, but they went out anyway. I hate to see them have to go out, but they got to go out because they can't use it in the house. They're well trained, so they know that. Anyway, I just made them go out and come back in real quick. Because they don't like to wear their little booties, so they have to suffer with the cold. They don't want to keep them on. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of sea salt, Himalayan sea salt in here. And some garlic. And that's all I'm going to put for right now. Get a bowl to put that in. a little bit more grapeseed oil in here. I say that would be a good tablespoonful. Now I'm going to do my tomatoes. And these are my mushrooms that I had frozen already. So these are the portobello, the little ones, this bag. And this one is the white ones. So I'm going to put a little bit of each right in this skillet. With the tomatoes. And I'm going to put my already cooked walnut meat with mushrooms already in it in the same skillet. The walnut meat is already seasoned, so it won't take much more seasoning for that. Get my pot ready for my spaghetti. My son better be glad that I love to cook, because all he cook is cereal, junk food. None of that has to be cooked. He's lazy as far as cooking is concerned. He's a really good young man, 29 years old, still living at home with mama. But he works, helps pay the bills. Very quiet boy, stays home most of the time. Doesn't run the streets. He's a loner, just like his mama. He does have a few friends that come over sometime, and they play games together and have fun with each other. And they are very respectful. They've been coming here for quite a few years now, probably since they were like 18 years old. So about 10, 11, 12 years. And I don't know, I love them also just like I do my own, because they're the same boys. They come here, they're very good boys. They're not street runners or thugs, so that's a blessing. Check on this, see what's going on. I'm going to turn my fire up just a little bit higher, so those mushrooms will begin to thaw out. But I know this is probably showing backwards on the camera, but anyway, this is my spaghetti made from chickpea flour. So I've tried this several times now. I really like it, but I found one thing out about it. I drained it the first time I used it and rinsed it off like you do regular spaghetti or pasta, and it didn't taste good. So the last time I made it, I didn't drain it. I took a little bit off, but I didn't rinse it, and it tasted so much better. I think I must have got rid of all the flavor when I dumped all the water off. Plus, rinsing it just didn't make it taste good at all. So I decided I would try it without running water over it after it cooked, and it worked out awesome. I just love the taste of it. And this is my cheese that I made out of the cashews. I had this in the freezer, so it's just about thawed out, but yep, it's nice and thawed out. So I'll be using that. Sounds like a good meal to me. Okay, I am back, and now I am going to start stirring up. I'm going to add the onions and the peppers back into the mix here. I'm just going to dump it all in. Turn my fire back down. My walnut meat has a little bit of seasoning, but since I've got all this other stuff in it, I'm going to add some cayenne pepper. And I'm not measuring, I'm just shaking. That's probably about a half a teaspoonful. I'm going to put in some smoked paprika. About a half a teaspoonful of that. And in this jar, because I get my nutritional yeast in big bags, they're like pound bags, so I save this little jar and put some in it. I save more than this little jar, but I'm going to shake a little bit of that over it, give it a cheesy flavor. It's probably about a quarter of a cup. No, I mean about a fourth of a cup. And that's going to be it for that now. If you need some more seasoning, I'll do it later. Oh shit, I thought you was gone already. I don't know why I thought you was gone already. Oh, Mama love you. See you tonight. You too. I'll leave you some food on the stove.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That's my baby boy on his way to work. I thought he had left already. Scared the heck out of me. I thought I heard somebody tipping around in the house, but my dogs will usually let me know if strangers coming. Now I'm going to put a little bit more sea salt in here. And a little more garlic. Some habits are hard to break. I love garlic. It's not on the nutritional list of Dr. Sabi's, but I haven't quite given it up yet. I mean, I've made a lot of changes in my life. Oh my God, I used to eat horrible. I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, my son, he's 55 now. I used to drink 6 Cokes a day. I didn't drink no water, just soda. And when he was born, I mean, even before he was born, he was extremely hyper inside me. And when he was born, he could not, until he was 9 months old, he was waking up every hour to eat. I mean, poor thing, I just destroyed him. I didn't realize it at the time because I was just dumb and ignorant to the fact that whatever I consumed, my baby was being affected by it. I just really, honestly did not know. But I know now. I recommend young people getting pregnant to eat the best diet because the child is seriously affected by what we consume. But I've come from that stage to I haven't had a soda in years. I don't drink coffee. I drink herbal teas, and I'm very happy with those. I don't drink juices unless I make them from fresh fruit, and I try to stay away from too much sugar inside me because I guess I've eaten so much junk food, my system can't handle it anymore like it used to could. And it'll let me know, oh, wait a minute, hold them up. That's too much. Back up, or I'm going to crash. So I limit myself. I'm almost afraid to eat a banana these days because they're so full of sugar. But I will eat one, but I don't eat them like I used to. I used to eat them when they had all the brown spots on them, and that's probably the worst time to eat them. But now I eat them just as they're turning a little bit yellow, and they taste okay because I have to adjust my sweet taste to something that's not going to kill me. So let's see what's going on in here. Yep, they're ready enough. Yeah, that's all ready. So what I'm going to do now is start my spaghetti. I'm going to set my timer first. Let's see. That's good. Put the top on and simmer. And don't you guys forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, please. Like, share, and hit that notification button so you'll know when I come out with another video. I'm going to shift things around here and put this on the back burner. Turn that down. Put some vegetables in that skillet. And I do use a little bit of butter. This is organic butter. But like I say, I have cleaned up my diet tremendously compared to how I used to eat. I always ate lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, but I also had lots of sugary cookies and not so much on candy. Cookies was always the thing that I just loved to eat. And I mean, I ate a lot of them. I remember when I was pregnant with my little son, my daughter was about 4.5 years old, and we would go to Shipley's Donuts because Shipley is in Texas. and they have the best donuts ever. I'm glad I moved from there, because I probably would be dead by now. But anyway, I would buy 2 dozen donuts, one for me and one for her. And guess what? I would eat up all of mine and half of hers. And I would be doing this in one day. It was awful. I was really in the sugar like a crackhead or something. So I'm into my 80th year now, and it's a miracle that I'm still alive with all the shenanigans I was doing with food. It was horrible. And I'm going to season my vegetables here right quick. Mama say don't throw nothing away, so. All right, Mama. I hear you loud and clear. But I have a few vegetables left over. And I will either put them in my soup that I have in the freezer, or when I make my dog food, I will put it in their food. I think I'll put a little bit more in here. The only time my son gets a decent meal is when I cook. Because other than that, like I say, he ain't cooking. He's going to eat junk. But he loves vegetables. It's amazing how junk food eater, when the vegetables are available, he is all in. I don't care if it's greens or whatever, he'll eat it. He'll even drink the pot liquor. That's what my mama used to call it. The juice from the greens. And I don't put no meat in my greens. I just use smoked paprika and a few seasonings, and that's it. I might put a little bit of olive oil, well, not olive oil, grapeseed oil in, but that's it. I remember back in the day when I'd be using smoked ham hocks and all that stuff. But that was in the day when I didn't know any better. I know better now, so I do better. I'm not batting 100 yet, but I give myself about an 85. Well, I got 15 more to go. But very rarely do I eat meat, and I don't really crave it. I do love fish, but it's way in Madison the kind of fish I like, so that means I got to drive 150 miles round trip to get it. In bad weather, like when it snows, I ain't going to Madison. I stay local. My store is about 7 miles from where I live. They don't have everything I want, but I have to put up with it until the roads are good enough and I feel safe enough to go to the big city. Or the bigger city. It's not really that big compared to where I came from, Houston. So now I'm going to cover my vegetables here. Let them finish simmering, clean up some of my mess. That's one thing about cooking. You're going to have a big mess to clean up. But it's worth it all in the end when you got the kind of food you want to eat and you know what's in it. you have control over what kind of oil, what kind of seasonings and all that good stuff. To me, it's worth every moment of whatever else I have to do. Check my noodles. Yep, I think they are about ready to get drained. Check this out first. That's ready. I'm going to turn that off. Check my veggies. They're ready too. All they really needed was heating up. Tastes good. So I'm going to turn that off, turn everything off. And drain my noodles. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to put my cheese sauce right over that. It's been in the freezer, so it needs to get some heat on it anyway. That can use a little bit of salt. It might look like I'm putting a lot, but it doesn't come out. A lot doesn't come out with these twists. So that's why I have to twist so many times. because it's rock salt, so it has to break up before it comes out. There's my spoon. So this is ready to plate up. I'm going to go ahead and get me a plate. I'm only going to get a little bit because I'm not quite ready to eat yet. So I'm just going to have a little sample here. So I'll put my little meat sauce on next. And a few veggies. Over everything else. Get me a fork over here. Adjust my camera, just one moment. I'm looking wild today. I've got to braid my hair back up. Very good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely afternoon or night wherever you are. And peace and love. And we'll see you next time.